Okay, everyone, welcome to this next video on poetry. We have been working on quatrains. And as we've already said, we've covered all different kinds of poems. And what was interesting was that we did triplets, which were 3 lines, and cinquains, which were 5. And now we're focusing on quatrains, which are 4. And the quatrain is a very, very popular type. And there are lots of things that you can do with it. And remember, the most common rhyme schemes for quatrain are AABB or ABAB, ABBA, and ABCB. Now, quatrains can be funny, like all poems. So here's a good one, but you'll need to think about it. A famous painter met his death because he could not draw his breath. Think about that. When you draw a breath, you inhale. And a painter should be able to draw anything. They can draw a bus or a raccoon, but this painter couldn't even draw his breath. And quatrains, like other poems, can be riddles. Like this untitled one, the beginning of eternity, the end of time and space, the beginning of the end, and the end of every place. Hmm, you might be thinking something amazing like this. Yeah, something cosmic, something that goes on forever. But you know what? This is just about the letter E, because E is at the beginning of the word eternity. It's at the end of the words time and space. It's at the beginning of the word end, and it's at the end of the word place. Now think about the letter E, the beginning of eternity, the end of time and space, the beginning of the end, and the end of every place. Ah, that little E. Such a small letter, but such an important part of such a great poem. And quatrains can be great, and I've got some great examples right here. Hair. I have short hair. It's just not fair. And it's so curly. My mom told me not to worry. And this beautiful poem about hair comes to us from Liliana, or as a Greek poet might say, Liliana. Or this one here, groovy video game. I love to play new video games. Sometimes they can be lame. I mostly like to play with my brother, but sometimes I have to settle for another. And this one also is AABB. It's brought to us by Cooper, or if he were a Greek poet, we might call him Kyprios. Oh yeah, and this drawing, just as much as the poem, makes me want to play a video game. Okay, and here's another great one. The title is Cake. I love cake. It is my favorite thing to bake. I love to eat It is so sweet. This one is also in AABB. And it's brought to us by Jude. Or if he were a Greek poet, because remember, poetry comes from Greece, we might call him Jude. And just like Cooper's poem made me think of playing a video game, now I'm thinking about eating some cake. Thanks a lot. Well, that's the end of this little video showing us examples of great quatrains. I'm going to go and see if I can sniff out some cake. And you all should get busy writing. That's it for now. The end.